Hey guys, welcome to the Lucy Show. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Friday. And today I want to talk about Disneyland because obviously I recently went and I want to do a little, chat about the rides that I liked and then the rides that I thought was probably I won't go again. And then certain rides that I thought was amazing and highly recommend for those of you that do go to Disney or you're planning your trip soon. I'm pretty sure the rides that I like a lot are going to be there for a while because they are fairly new. So my favorite rides, I yesterday I basically it was probably the I can't count how many times I've been to Disneyland like in my entire life, but I want to say yesterday was like probably my seventh time that I can remember. Maybe I've gone more than that, but the ones that I can count, I feel like that was the seventh time. And I tried to go on rides that I never went on before. So I went to It's a Small World, which is supposed to be like a famous ride or something. It's a Small World. Um, but it was just really misleading because I feel like when you're on the outside waiting to get in line, it just the outside looks so cool. It's like this giant white, like huge mansion looking thing. And then I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I thought it would be like It's a Small World might be like, I don't know, like Soarin' or something, like Soarin' around the world. And the other park, the California, um, Disney California Adventure Park. Yes. So I thought it would be like the soaring all over the world one because I like that one. Like it goes around different countries, but I assumed it was probably taking me to like different countries. Hi there, Haruhi Swagmaster. By the way, all of you guys in the stream right now, please make sure you are first off subscribed to the second channel. My main channel is Living with Lucy. Link down below to the main channel. Definitely check out those 3 free stocks you can still get from WEBULL using my link in the description below. WEBULL's offering you $6,300 all the way up to $6,300 if you're lucky. 3 free stocks after you open up a new account with my link and deposit any amount, including 1 penny. Hey there, got your. It's a very old school ride. So yes, I've heard about It's a Small World being a really old ride. So I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. The the waiting time. So you always like you get apps you can check like before you line up for a certain ride, and then it says in the front of the lineup like how long the standby wait is. So it said 15 minutes. I ended up waiting for like I knew when I looked at the line, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be more than 15 minutes. It was like basically 40 minutes, or maybe felt like an hour. It was like 40 minutes. And it wasn't worth it. I hated it. It was like probably the worst ride for me at Disney California Adventure Park and the Disneyland. Yeah. So I feel like for the It's a Small World was a totally like waste of time. But I thought it was I feel like it's good for people who enjoy like looking at different dolls in a sense. I feel like the whatever it was, it's so old and you can tell it's so old. And like the robots, whatever it's called, the little like dolls that pop up, I don't know. It was kind of creepy to me. So I wanted to get out. You're like in a boat basically, and you're like riding along this path, and there's this singing the music that gets stuck in your head. And in the beginning, I didn't know what they were saying. I didn't understand the lyrics because I think they say it in like a different language or whatnot. So I was just really bothered by the fact that I couldn't make out what they were saying. And then only near the end of the ride, I was like, oh, I finally get the words. I think the writing is good, like the overall the song that they were singing, it got stuck in my head for a while, but only the chorus. So I don't remember every single word. Thank God. And then when I came home, I decided to watch like a random movie on Netflix, Scooby Doo. I've never watched that before. So now the Scooby Doo song is stuck in my head, and I'm so thankful for it because I can't have the It's a Small World stuck in my head. That'll just kill me. Ken Buzzy, anyone who did Lily got wreck. I tried. Oh no. How come I didn't see that like make it on the news? Let me see if I type in Lily, would that like pop up as like major news? Hold on. Lily coin. Do I just put in like Lily coin scam or something? Or is it like a rug pull? Lily coin scam. Seriously, WTF is Lily Finance, and why does anybody want the token? Is this when I type that in, Kambasi, that's what pops up. On Reddit, seriously, WTF is Lily Finance, and why does anybody want the token? Reddit. December 29, 2021. Lily, a revolutionary DeFi currency inspired by a young girl's survival story. I'm sure, but I 100% believe the whole project is a scam. Somebody called it on December 29, 2021. The Lily tokenomics are a complete joke. What a, and then whatever. I'm just reading the top stuff. So yeah, that's what pops up when I type in Lily, well, scam. I guess some people called it in December. I guess you can trust certain things you see on Reddit after all, but never financial advice on my channel, entertainment purposes only. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. For those of you that are here, please kindly smash that like button as per usual. Sal Cool says Disney over Universal Studios. Yes, so I have been to both, and I will say currently I do like Disney more than Disneyland. We're talking Disneyland in California over Universal Studios, which is also in California. That's because Universal Studios, I feel like they haven't really gotten any new rides that's high production, very expensive, like clearly spent a lot of money on it. I think Disney obviously just clearly has more money. Actually, I don't know that. I'm just guessing. I feel like Disney clearly has more money than Universal Studios, so they can afford all the expensive, better equipment, better tech to make the better rides. So I think yesterday, my worst ride, and I don't think I'll ever go on it again, was It's a Small World. And I highly recommend you take somebody you don't like on it and then just leave them there. But that was my least favorite ride. But I'm still glad that I took it just so I knew what it was about. And then my favorite ride from yesterday, also something I never rode before. It's a new ride. It's a new ride at Disneyland. It's called, actually, I forgot what it's called, so I call it the Spiderman Ride. I think it's Slinger Shot Ride or something. Slinger, like Spider-Man sling shots. But it was so good, guys. I'm gonna ruin it for you and just describe it to you. Um, but basically, well, you get to know what it is when you're in the lineup. But basically, the Spider-Man ride is that you get to be like Spider-Man and you get to like sling web shots out of your hands. But I was just so amazed at how good the technology has gotten that we can do this, because I'm so used to rides that give you like fake plastic guns or laser guns or whatever, and then you're supposed to click it and it never aims right. And I'm like a germaphobe, so I don't like touching like buttons if I don't have to. So this one's amazing. On this Spider-Man ride, I can't imagine anyone not loving it. It's like not so intense that you feel like some rides like you're gonna like neck or something like that. But this one, you I don't even think I did they give us seatbelts? I think there were seatbelts. I don't even think there were seatbelts. It's just so chill and it moves. It's like it's a ride, but then you get so you have to wear like I think it's 3D glasses, but you wear glasses, and then after there's like the sensor thing in front of you, in front of your car, and you sling like these Spider-Man shots out of your hands. So that it feels the motion of you moving like this, and then you see like these things on your screen, and you have to like aim at them and attack. So it just felt so cool. Never felt like Spider-Man until yesterday. So very, very good experience. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. And Credit Coaster is fast and fun. Yes, I like that one too. I didn't go on it when I went yesterday, but that's definitely one of my favorite rides. And I like to go on it at nighttime in Credit Coaster just because you can see like all like the Ferris wheel. Actually, I think it's called a gondola. Um, or yeah, I always thought it was called a Ferris wheel, but I guess in front of it, it says it's a swing gondola or a stable gondola or something. That I finally went on that yesterday too. That was at California Adventure Park. The Incredicoaster is at the California Adventure Park. So you could buy a ticket and then just go to both, or just buy one ticket and then just go to each. Splash Mountain, Mr. Moore. I wanted to go on Splash Mountain and it was closed. I was so mad. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I guess they do like renovations all the time. I don't know if it broke down. Lily was a honey pot rug, Ken says. Pull and everything else you could think of. I am glad Sadama kicked them out. Okay, so they got rid of them, and I guess now they won't be able to rug pull more people's money. That sucks though. It's just really sad that there's always going to be folks out there that get scammed like this. Oh, it's on Twitter. There's a at Lily Finance Twitter that popped up. Scam alert. Do not fall for this scam. We do not have a page called Lily Finance Support. So I guess I don't know. Is it the main Twitter page? This is like really confusing. So then I can't tell if it's like the actual Twitter page or like a fake version of them. It gets really crazy. I feel like like crypto is insane enough with like 17,500 cryptocurrencies out there and stuff, but on top of that, it's gets worse when you get a layer of like scammers pretending to be these altcoins. Just too much. More Lucy, more Tendi. Hey there, Luke. Last time I went to Disneyland was in '97 for my ex's grad night. Nano says, "Oh, nice. Wait, what? That's a very, very long time. Okay, things have definitely changed. I think even like 10 years back, because I forgot when Disney purchased Marvel, or bought out Marvel, but it's so different, I think, because of Star Wars and like the Marvel characters. Because that's not some, I think like back then, I guess, way back in 1997, that's probably when people just picture like Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and stuff. And then the princesses, just the original princesses. Now we have so many princesses like Elsa, Frozen, all that. And then on top of that, you have the Star Wars. So it's just like a whole lot of everything. I gotta say, I kind of like it more this way. It's just more interesting, better rides. But it probably was a more simple time back then. More. Wait, sup? Hey there, two brain cells. Welcome to the stream. Syndicate Hunter, Werewolf Light. Hey there, Kaloon. Uh, Pump the likes, folks. Thank you. Mr. Amore, who did you go with? Who do you think I went with? Lily is a messy blish. Lucy, never date a messy blish. It's the first time I used the word blish. And wait, that rides music gets stuck in your head. Smash like, subscribe. I don't have to. I think you're talking about It's a Small World. And yes, that's why I said take somebody that you don't like. But now I have the Scooby Doo song stuck in my head. I don't know if you guys have ever watched a Scooby Doo movie, but it's like under 2 hours. It was like an hour and 30 something minutes, and it was. I actually liked it. I know it probably didn't get high ratings considering I know there's not like a Scooby Doo, or I didn't see on Netflix there was a Scooby Doo or 3 or 4. I feel like when movies do really well, they eventually like at least make a 2. Sucks, like they'll make like a something something 2. But I just thought it was so interesting that there was a Scooby Doo, because I never read the books for Scooby Doo, and I never even watched the anime, or not anime, sorry, the cartoon. But I always just kind of knew what it was because I remember having like a toy, like a toy hippie van of theirs, because I thought the van was cute. So I always remember having a toy, and I remember somewhat like what the characters looked like, but I don't really know what they like. I know they solve mysteries ish. I don't really know like the baseline of the stories. Can kind of assume which character is smart. Like they decided to put glasses on the girl. I guess that's like the most intelligent Velma. But I watched it yesterday and I actually liked it. I think it's just like a silly movie to watch. But I was so shocked that in the Scooby Doo movie that was like from 20 years ago, literally 20 years ago. First off, I don't know what plane they were on, but the plane featured a bar area where you can get like pina coladas. There was like a stand-up bar on that plane. Like I don't remember any planes like this, but please let me know if you guys have experienced a plane with a bar, like a regular plane, not like this isn't like some type of, I don't know, like a helicopter. Oh wait, we wouldn't have it on a helicopter. This isn't like a private jet or anything. It's just like a regular plane with like a tiki bar looking thing. So I thought that was cool. And also Mr. Bean was in it. So Mr. Bean, I know when I was young, I thought that Mr. Bean couldn't talk. That's why he acts without talking. And then later on in this like film class of some sort, I remember learning that he can talk, and he purposely acts so that he doesn't talk, just like the Charlie Chaplin, actor from like many years ago when black and white film. Like the Mr. Bean dude, the actor decided to do films like Mr. Bean so then he could, I guess, connect with more broadly international viewers. So then everyone can understand what he's doing without knowing like what he's speaking, without knowing the language. So he didn't say like speak in English or whatever when he clearly can speak in English. Uh, but I've never actually heard him talk. So I was pretty amazed that he was in Scooby Doo and then he was talking. So if you ever want to see Mr. Bean talk, you could go and check on Netflix right now. It's called Scooby Doo. It's a cartoon from like, I don't know if it's like the 70s or 60s. I don't know when Scooby-Doo was made, but it's a cartoon about a dog that can talk, and then like two guys and two girls in a van, and they solve mysteries. What do you think of Galaxy Edge, the Star Wars stuff? Um, is it called Star Wars Land? Because I called it Star Wars Land. I'm not sure if it is Star Wars Land. I think it is. I loved it. I think Star Wars Land is one of my favorite places at Disneyland right now, just because it's. I feel like the amount of effort they placed into it in the rides, and just like when you're walking around this or whatnot, the land itself is so interesting. And it's probably better than anything I've even seen at like Universal, and better than most areas, I would say, in Disneyland. Just like you can clearly tell they put in a lot of money and a lot of effort. So I like it. I think the Marvel and the Star Wars campuses or areas are two of the best in the last couple of years, and that's new. That's like fairly new. I love the Mr. Bean show as a kid. Colin says surprisingly still holds up. I think it's timeless. That's the beautiful thing about the Mr. Bean show. The fact that he doesn't speak means literally anybody in the world. It's like doing math. Anybody in the world can understand it. Epic is a legend. A One day there will be a Doge coaster, Mr. Moore says. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So when I was there was a Super Bowl like live show at the not downtown, the Disney California Adventure Park. So you know how there's two parks, right? There's Disneyland and then there's the California Adventure Park. So when I went to the California Adventure Park side, by the Ferris wheel area, like by the water Ferris wheel area, they set up a stage, and I saw somebody, I guess they were recording. They were recording for the Super Bowl. And I think it was just like people talking. I don't know if they're like from the sports scene or whatever, but there were people like recording live for television there at Disney. So I don't know why they chose that place. It's like super busy. But it was really cool to see that. I've never seen like a live filming for TV like at Disney, which is cool. Right. Awesome Princess, CC at Walt Disney World. Hey there, trader, Arsenator Trader. I'm beyond stoked for the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix, Mr. Moore says. All right, tell me how it goes and how scary it is. So then I'll see if I can handle it. I like refuse to watch the All of Us Are Dead, whatever, the Korean zombie TV show, even though my brother keeps telling me like I should go watch it. I'm still not watching it because I don't want to get scared in the middle of the night. And I don't really like to see like zombies and blood if I don't need to. I feel like everyone's always recommending me these zombie shows, and I don't I like try not to watch it unless I absolutely have to. I wouldn't even watch Squid Games if I didn't pop up as like number one recommended. I think on Netflix, or one of you guys I think recommended it to me, one or the other. But yeah, it. I just wanted to check out Squid Game to see what the fuss was about and just how good it was. Considering it connects to, like, in my mind, it reminds me of the Liar Game from like Japan many years ago. Uh, but I think the Liar's Game is better. We need a Doge coaster, Haruhi says. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. But since Disney did say, I saw it on Twitter that Disney is open, I guess, to the metaverse. Therefore, I think if you're open to the metaverse, you're automatically opening yourself up for crypto, because it's like all tied together. So I feel like if Disney's open to the metaverse, then they'll eventually be open up to crypto. And if they work with the Super Bowl, I feel like the Super Bowl, whoever is, handling that board, that team, they'll probably speak with the Disney team somehow, and they'll probably chat. I don't know. I feel like the leaders of both sides should probably chat about crypto, maybe exchange information on who they're hiring, what they're dealing with, what their plans are. But all these companies, I feel like, are all getting into crypto. So it would be really sad if somehow Bitcoin dropped to like 20,000, even though I still think it is completely possible. Do you still have those fast pass thing? I haven't seen it there in years. Cool dude says it's called a lightning pass. And it's basically like $20 per person, and you can go, like, you have to book what time you want to go on each ride, and you basically get in on the lightning pass, but you can't do it over and over. So you can't book like, oh, I want to go on the Guardian Galaxy drop ride and then go on it 10 times if you want to on your lightning pass. It's more like each ride you get it like one time, I think. Yeah, one time per ride. And then you have to, it's not like you get to pick exactly when you want to go. You can try and pick a time slot and hope to get it. Luci, sell all of your positions and put them in a firm stock. You will get your 2 million faster. Luke's food and travel. Yeah, sounds like financial advice to me. I'm good. So what is the difference between the American flag and the American Idol? Answer: the American flag actually has stars. Oh, I haven't watched American Idol in so long. I just know Ariana Grande is like on some type of like a singing show, but I can't tell if it's like America's Got Talent or American Idol or some other American singing show that I don't keep up with. I don't watch TV. So, yeah. Just trying to spend most of my between YouTube and Netflix, that's already a lot of time. And I'm trying to fit a book in there somehow, so that's not doing really good for me. Who was the original winner? For American Idol? I thought that was Kelly Clarkson. Isn't that like what she's famous for? Kelly Clarkson is the number, like the first American Idol, I want to say. That sounds like a Jeopardy question. I have no idea. Do you have a twin sister who is single? Raw Food Writer says. Well, that would be giving away my personal information if I did, but I might have a twin sister. So if you ever see one that looks just like me, it might be my twin. Simba was moving too slowly, so I told him to Mufasa. Raw food. I already. Oh wait, that's Disney, right? I'm really sad. How come there's no like, there's no rides. There's no rides for like the for like Mufasa and like Simba. Yeah, there's no rides for them. It's like all the newer stuff. I feel like they're just getting rid of rides for the old ones and then giving it to new ones. So eventually, I don't know. Yeah, and they don't have, I guess they'll always keep the Sleeping Beauty castle, but there's no princess rides. At least I can't think of any. I think Lucy's twin is DH69, Mr. Moore says. Maybe. Hold on. I know this is a cynical question, but when people from outside of California think of the state, we think of needles and homeless people. Does Disney keep all that out? Kaloon 187? Wait, so you're not from California, right? So you're saying that that's the outside judgment that California is all about needles and homeless people. Um, wow. I've heard about that. But yes, I think when you enter Disney, you are just in like a whole other planet. You don't think about homeless people, that's for sure. And I think most expensive places, they figure out a way to make it seem like they don't exist. And I heard that's what every country does whenever they're hosting the Olympics. So, yeah. Definitely people, well, society or just our government likes to, I think, push away the things that they don't want seen. And by government and society, I mean like the people in control. So yeah, rich people overall. That would include Disney, in my opinion. They'll just make it seem like everything's fine and dandy. I mean, it's not called the happiest place on earth for no reason. So yeah, you're not gonna see anything you don't normally want to see. Not that it doesn't exist. But yes, I try to go to Disney and forget about my problems. So I barely videos. So I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time and waste my battery and look at Dogecoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum all dropping. Hey there, Jane Tangs. Welcome to the stream. Homeless people are in the Walking Dead part of Disney. That's all. I don't think there is one. I think that's Universal Studios. That's all we see on the news in the Midwest about California. LOL. Clune 187. I feel like that's also biased though, because I think it's quite obvious that even like for America, when we're talking about other countries, if you talk about Russia, you talk about China, they obviously paint them in a worse light than they do all of America. And then same thing. you talk to people from Russia or Japan or China, they're saying like crazy stuff about America and then probably each other. And then within each state, they obviously point at other states and they're like, well, they suck. They're not doing good. So I think it's skewed to a sense, but yes, there's definitely a homeless issue. More of a homeless issue, I would say, probably in California than most states. But I think that has to do with weather because California is known for what, good soil, good agriculture, a good weather. And you're not going to see a bunch of homeless people in Antarctica because they're just straight up not going to survive. So I think this is more like a weather situation that causes them to, want to migrate there. I personally think Cali is the only state like Hawaii, Mr. Moore says. Oh, yeah. Is there a lot of homeless people in Hawaii, Mr. Moore? Because I feel like that's a great place. If I was homeless, I'd probably want to stay in Hawaii. Stinger Worm says, I love Bitcoin Cash. BCH? What? By the way, guys, thank you all so much, all of you in here that have smashed that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Much, much appreciated. Really, really means a lot to this small channel of mine over here, trying to grow. It means even more for those of you that are actually sharing my videos with your friends and family, sending the links to them, so then that way more of them can join our streams over here. It's not twin, it's triplets. Darn it, Arsenal the Trader. You're not supposed to tell them. Nano Reef, LOL. Wait, raw food, I already asked. I think everyone, do I look like I have a twin? I feel like, is this something you can tell if somebody has a twin? Like you're like, that face, that person must have a twin. Because it's so weird. It's so weird when I hear people say that they have twins. And it's just like, I think everyone I meet, I automatically think they don't have a twin unless the twin is standing right next to them. You know what I mean? So it's just so weird to me whenever I figure out that people have twins. Yeah, just kidding. Homeless population in Hawaii is the highest in the nation, Mr. Moore says. See, I knew it. It's the weather. Only because when the homeless migrates over, they get free money from our state. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Okay. But I still feel like it's mostly weather. Like, if you think about it, being a homeless person in New York, you're going to need a lot more clothing. A box probably won't do. Whereas in like Hawaii or California, your box can probably cover you from the sun. So like it's like your shade. And then in terms of how cold it is at night, I doubt it's as cold as where it snows, like in New York. What if twins are really holograms? Yeah, and we've just been tricked this whole entire time. I think there's probably other things we've been tricked this entire time, more so than twins. But twins are an interesting concept. Just like really makes me think like the person, whoever, whatever you want to believe in. I'll just say the being that created the whole world. It's interesting why they wanted to make twins. Like why? Why twins? Why triplets? Why make two people look alike? It's just to mess with you. I think the best, maybe like the reason for there to be twins is to help people realize you could look exactly the same and then have two complete different personalities and lie. So therefore, your looks don't really dictate your mind or your future. It's dangerous after midnight at the 7-Elevens near Disney because of the homeless. Oh, I've never been really like places around Disney. Every time I go to Disneyland, I'm just in Disneyland. Or there's like a Disney downtown area that you guys can go to, but I'm pretty sure you still have to pay for parking. Disney is so smart. They charge you for an expensive ticket, but then you have to pay more money at the parking lot. I actually met like an iPhone somebody like a what's it called? I was gonna say Apple Genius. I was gonna say iPhone Genius, but at the Apple store, this guy told me that he used to work at Disney. So I was like, oh, do you know any like secret spots? Are there any places I could park my car and not have to pay like $30 for the parking ticket? And he's like, nah. He's like, no, there isn't. There's no such thing. They know how to make money. Lucy, what's your fave Disney movie, Mr. Moore? Oh, I can't really think like favorite Disney movie because Disney bought out so much things. So now I have to compare Star Wars and Marvel, all the different Marvel movies. In terms of Marvel movies, though, I can tell you it's going to be it's going to be the Avengers, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the last ones are good because you could see a lot of people, and it's funny. But I feel like the first few were also the really good ones. I think the one with the Scarlet Witch, that's the one where she was introduced, probably one of my faves, and just the first one, the very first one when they all got together. So I like those. I'm gonna say I like Marvel more than Star Wars, even though I think like R2D2 and BB-8 are super cute. Disney princess movies, Disney movies overall. I don't know. I feel like Lion King is great, but I'm gonna have to go with Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid. I think Little Mermaid is, if I had to be a princess, I want to be Little Mermaid just because I want to be like not human. I just want to be from the sea. But then Belle is such a cool character and has like such a good story. And I like that rose. Like I really want that rose. I saw it. I saw you could buy it. You could buy it at like the Mardi Gras street area. Um, and I was almost gonna buy the rose, but I didn't think it looked real enough. They sell like, I don't know, for like 80, 90, $100. You could buy like a fake glass looking rose thing from like Beauty and the Beast. I was almost gonna buy it. Then I was like, no, you can't. You need money to live while crypto is down. Luke's Food and Travel says a Chinese woman in Seattle got hit with a baseball bat from behind. Oh my God. She then needed a lot of surgeries to fix her fractured head. Oh my God. I'm so sick and tired. There's so many abuses and beatings that I hear like on the news. I mean, from you, Luke, but a lot from the news. And it's just nuts. Why? Why are people doing this? I really just don't understand. I mean, I hope the metaverse will help with that. Like in my mind, I'm hoping that once people create a world that's like Ready Player One and you can go in it and be whatever superhero or whatever person you want to be or animal you want to be, you can go and do all your crazy stuff. Like, I don't know if is it like when people do bad things, sometimes it's for reasoning, like they're trying to get money, I feel like, and it's just like a more of an issue with like just our society and the need, the want to be wealthy. And then other times people just do things for no reason. Like some people just will cuss you out for no reason, see you on the street, or they'll just hit you for no reason. I think like those people need help. They need help, but maybe the metaverse will help them. I don't know. Maybe they just need to be, some people I feel like just can't be fixed. Um, and if they just have this violent need, I hope they just go into the metaverse and do all the crazy things that they want to do, but it's like not real, so it doesn't hurt anybody. I don't know. Mr. Moore, a black eye did Luke's food and travel. Okay, I feel like it's not even okay. I know the media will make it always about the race, but I feel like it's not even just like a race problem. It's a human problem. It's when people feel the need to do things that are like just not right, there's something off with them. I want to say off with them, maybe from like birth or maybe from their upbringing. But I'm thinking more from upbringing, which is, I don't know. I don't know. I guess from birth is worse because it's like harder to fix or maybe not fixable. Again, that's why I say the metaverse hopefully can be the way to solve it. But that exists everywhere, I think, with every single race. There's always some messed up stuff that messed up people do. What do the Starship on Enterprise and toilet paper have in common? Answer. They both probe Uranus and wipe out Klingons? Okay, I don't know enough. I don't know enough about like I think is that Star Trek talk? I don't know what Klingons are. Western society in general has become trash, in my opinion. Kaloon 187. I think I think humans in general, as we advance, and some of us, I guess, are happier in life as the wealth disparity grows larger and larger. I think it's going to only bring out the worst in some people, which is already having it pretty rough. Baby Yoda can Buzzy says what? Luke ties at you. Do you have a P.O. box for gifts? Um, draw food writer. Um, no, I don't do P.O. boxes only because I was going to do it at one point, and then I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, that's setting myself up. I know some of you guys have good intentions, obviously. And then you want to send me something. Like, I think somebody wanted to send me like a Doge coin, like an actual coin before, and I didn't have a PO box, so I couldn't get it. But yeah, I feel like enough information of mine is out on the internet, and by putting a PO box would be putting a target on myself. Not to say there's like someone out there that wants to hurt me, but who knows? You never know. And I feel like with PO boxes, I would have to go and get it from the PO box. So yeah, that would be how I'm going to put a target on myself. The evil ends in prison, or worse, death. The good is eternal. A lot of people get bullied at school, go home, then go out of society with those issues. Yes. And I do believe that it is like a circle. So like when you do something bad to someone else, that person, if they're smart, they'll just get revenge on you. But if they're dumb, which most people are, they'll just continue to spread that hate that was given to them by person A to person B, and then person B is going to spread it to person C, which person C did nothing to person B. That is what's wrong with our world. I feel like if one, like, it would be so nice if someone just did something bad to you and then you just get back at that person and that person only. And if they died, you can't get back at them anymore, then too bad for you. But you should not take the negative energy and spread it on anyone else, even if person A that did this to you was of a certain race, a certain look, a certain sex, anything, certain profession. It's just like really psycho, I think, to categorize a bunch of people together because either they look alike or they sound alike or they have the same profession, same intelligence level. Like, that's insane. That's not the same. And if you just understand the concept of two twins can literally have different personalities, then I think people wouldn't want to do that stuff. But there's just like, again, too many stupid people out there. Revenge for the win, and if they die, oh well. Lucy, may I maybe have your dad go to the PO box? I don't know. No, it still doesn't work because the person who's picking it up, they'll know that that person is linked to me or works for me or whatever. So yeah, I it's okay. If I ever win the lottery, I will do a PO box, because if I win the lottery, I'll have enough money to get a bunker, hide my home somewhere where nobody can find it. So even if I hire people to get a PO box, and I can transfer to many other PO boxes and mailboxes, and you'll never be able to track me. I honestly wish I was super rich so I could do a bunch of crazy things. Yeah, too poor to do any of that. So I should be extra careful. You are super paranoid. Guru says you can't live your life hiding from people who have your best interest in mind. So Guru, I know a lot of people have my best interest in mind, but you got to remember, I see a lot of the comments that you guys don't see. And I've seen a lot that have been hidden by my mods. So there are definitely weirdos out there. I've seen enough on the live streams alone. They're just like canceled. They're just like cut out from here, and they're like, I think, blocked or deleted or whatever. So I don't have to see their messages, and most of you guys don't see it. But there's some creepy people, and I don't even check my DMs. So there you go. But there's a lot of weird ones because I can see like the first few sentences sometimes when I just kind of like happen to pop over. So yeah, it's nice to think that everyone is great, and I think most are. But I'd rather not get the freebies and then not get something weird in the mail. I just seen Post Malone bought a house up in the hills of Salt Lake City for same reasons you have. Got your says. What? He bought a home. He bought a house up in the hills of Salt Lake City. Is he trying to hide? Okay, but I feel like if you're a celebrity, who cares? Just hire bodyguards. Bad take, dude. Clue says, when one brain decides to learn faster than the others, imagine what happens if two brain decides to learn faster. Oh, watch when Doge on Mars hits it big. Lucy will be doing live streams from the bunker. Just kidding. I don't think I want a bunker. I feel like you would only want like a bunker to whatever hide your cryptos, like Coinbase does on that, like, what is it, Swiss? Is it Swiss mountain or is it Switzerland? I don't know. But they have like a bunker somewhere in either Switzerland or Swiss. And I know that that's how they're like hiding their crypto and it's like super secure. Yeah, no, I'm never going to be that rich in terms of crypto. So I would never do that. Love Joe Sheev says, don't be like YouTuber Christina Grimes. I don't know who that is, but she sounds familiar. She got murdered by a super fan. Oh, I think someone, yeah, I think I was told about that. In broad daylight in front of kids when she did a meetup, the guy shot her. Yeah, like but that's like some serious like next level unfortunate event because I feel like again I don't even know who Christina Grimes was, right? Like I didn't watch her videos if she was a YouTuber, but for example, like the Kardashians, they're obviously super famous, like I know who they are, and they're not getting shot randomly. Like uh I feel like what happened to her was like one of those strange unfortunate events. I don't think people are out there like trying to just kill celebrities or whatever, or just people online. She obviously wasn't like a celebrity like to the status of like Kim Kardashian or whatever, or Ariana Grande, but I'm sure she was famous to an extent that I guess she just happened to be unlucky and I don't know, someone had their eye out for her. But that happens to like any, anybody. It could just be some crazy person who spotted you at the bar. Nice business project at the moment with Russia and NATO to build nuclear shelters. Lucy, just show people Squid Game's coin and you will be safe. What? Um, show show people? Lucy, when you go outside, carry a machine gun with you. Well, Luke, I'm trying to get a Cybertruck, right? So big reason being that it's supposed to be bulletproof windows, folks. I want bulletproof windows. And that's not because I feel like somebody who watched my YouTube videos has it for me, but I sincerely believe the world is going downhill. And as the gap between the wealthy and the poor grow larger and larger, we're going to have more problems, more issues. Crime rates have already risen so much in the past 2 years that I feel it will one day people will see it in this light and see the importance of bulletproof glass. Um, what's around in rhythm with Snoop, Dr. Dre? Get it? What's oh my god, what? Watch LOL. Wait, LOL. In Philippines, the president signed a bill to allow citizens to kill on site any drug dealers or rapists. What? Okay, I did not know that. Allow any citizens, but how would citizens be able to know who's doing what? That's like, oh man, that's crazy. That's intense. Ah. I'm so scared now to like travel around because I do feel like there's so many rules that I don't know. In a parallel universe, I sold Doge at 75 cents. Coincidence. Twins have a special power that connects them. Haruhi says, I don't know if they have a special power, but I think it's interesting enough to be twins. I feel like twins have told me that they feel like they have this special connection, um, like different twins that I met, but I don't know. I don't know if it's like because it's a saying and then everybody just starts to believe it or it's actually a thing. It's kind of crazy how much open land is in California, Gotyer says. We just all tend to live on top of each other in the cities. They did that here in Riverside too. Wait, hold on. Sorry, trying to feed new channel. Sorry if I missed your comment. I'm trying to read it all while talking. Um, I think some of these stalker dudes start as simps and they are not mentally all there to begin with. You're talking about like the Christina Grimes situation, right? And when obsession kicks in, turns them psycho and they start stalking. I feel like stalking is another level from like, what happened to her. That's some like plotted murder. Um that's like next level. He was breaking fingers, other people's fingers. What? I grew up with a vet that was airdropped into Chicago riots in the 60s. A spouse can also kill a cheating spouse legally in the Philippines. What? How are you guys getting this news from the Philippines? I've never heard of this. That's insane. How can you legally hurt somebody else? And especially if your spouse is. Doesn't even make sense. That's crazy. Do your own DD though. I mean, don't read things off of my stream and then expect to know the laws in different countries. Why did Papa Smurf spend Smurfetto to see a doctor? She was always feeling blue. Oh my god. The Smurfs. I haven't watched a Smurf movie since forever. I think since like it was in theaters. Um I can't believe there's only one girl out of the whole thing. Robber spots through the door. drivers dies, but good thing he had bulletproof windows. Wait, hold on. Be priced. I feel like all gold catalysts have had plenty of eternity to be priced in. What is happening with gold anyways? It's just I just know that it's up today. Stock market and crypto market's down. Well, the weekend is here and crypto market is still in the red. So I don't know if we're gonna honestly pick back up. I'm just happy to see like Tezos on the CMC market cap. I saw it over here earlier. It's not actually talking about XTZ, but it's like popping up places. Oh my god, my Wi-Fi is horrible. But this is false once again. I think this is wrong. It says 12.42%. That it was up 12.42%. But I don't think it's down that badly. So, oh, sorry, down 12.42%. I don't think it's down to 1.73 trillion. I think it's still at 1.9 trillion, but it's still bad. Wait, hold on. Smurf train. The Philippines is the last country on earth where divorce is illegal. Oh, speaking of divorces, I don't know about that, by the way. I don't know the laws in Philippines. I will make sure before I visit any other countries that I check that. But I was thinking about like marriage and divorces today. How funny would it be? You know how like everyone's talking about Apple iPhones right now and the fact that it's going to be super easy for merchants and customers to tap their iPhones together and then you can make a payment. Imagine like, I don't know, 5 years from now that the US government allows people and they pair up with Apple and then you can get married by tapping your phone. Like, yes, I want to get married to this person. And then you just like take a like a scan image of your driver license or whatever, and then you just tap it and then you get married. And then because they make it so easy for you to get married, and we know that divorce rates are crazy high, they can also allow you to just tap it and then get divorced, but then they'll charge you a fee for getting divorced. We would make back so much money, I think, in terms of the fact that we're over $30 trillion, right, in debt or something. I think that would not make back all, but it would be really nice tendies for the government if they started charging people for getting divorced. It's like a punishment tax. Swipe right if you do. No, it's just like, yeah, would you want to get married? Swipe right. Swipe right. Last chance. You really want to get married to this person. Swipe right or swipe left. But I think the best part is if you charge them a tax, like especially if you're like more wealthy, like if you're a celebrity, because celebrities get married and divorced all the time. Like if you're a celebrity, make you whatever you decide to get divorced, you pay like, I don't know, depending on how much income you make, at like a 25% tax or something. And then if you're more poor, you pay like a 5 or 10%. Oh my God, they would be making so much money. I'll tap more than a phone if I'm getting married. Raw Food Writer says. I had a new idea for marriage a few years ago. What if you could get married, got your sus, for say 2 years, and then you would have a renewal option. And if both don't agree, automatic divorce. Honestly, so many people would get divorced, I think, if they had a renewal option. That's jokes. But then I think like the 2 years would just be like people will call it the new, I don't know, engagement time. Because I feel like unless it's like forever, people won't take it too seriously if you have that option to like opt out. So that would be like a 2-year like forced fiance phase, like engagement phase. Will crypto be included in modern divorces? I don't know. Maybe they'll charge you a Bitcoin or something for getting divorced. And if you don't have the Bitcoin, then that's too bad for you. If you have 2 baby daddies, you ain't normal. Big Daddy says, what? If you have 2 baby daddies, you ain't normal. So if you have kids with two dads, I think there's plenty of people that do that, or 2 baby mamas. I think there's already a lot of people out there like that, guys. Don't judge. Don't judge. I think it's whatever floats their boat. Thank you, Guru. Really appreciate it. I love everybody in the stream, and extra love to those who smashed that like button for the YouTube algorithm and checked out the links I have down in the description below for Voyager, Gemini, Robinhood, because Robinhood is giving me free stocks again once people sign up with my link. They like cut me off once I made like $500 worth last year in 2021, and then now back in business. But I don't know, I feel like Robinhood, they don't pay people. They don't pay, at least from what I've seen so far. They're not like, hey, sign up with Robinhood to become an influencer with us and show us, and then we'll give you like more stocks. They don't do that. So I feel like they're still good so far, even though I feel like they need more customers. They're not doing it. So it makes me feel like they don't need that much customers right now. Maybe when they're starting to do some type of an influencer program, like most other apps do, and then stop cutting off the rewards at $500 per free stocks per person per year, I think that's when Robinhood is like, really in danger. And they really know that they messed up and they need to have more clients. I want to get married one day, Kaloon says, but sharing my finances with someone makes me cringe at the moment. Prenup, buddy. Prenup. Did I ever tell you guys that the best driver, what's it called? License plate I've ever seen was prenup. It was like a really nice car too. So I'm just going to assume that the girl or guy that drove that car got it through prenup. My mom would be against it though for sheezy. I don't judge other people's affairs like that unless it's clearly bad. Wait, what? Did you see that Black Mirror where an app told you who to date and how long you had to date? I watch all the Black Mirror episodes. So I don't know. I think so. There's a bunch on social media, and the ones with the likes, and you have to continuously get more likes. And some was like 10 hours, and others were like 11 months. Oh, wait. Yes, I remember that one. Yes. The app told you who to date. Wait. It told you who to date. Then I thought there was something else to it. There was also something else like wacky about it. Well, forgot it for now, but it was something weird. It's like sometimes people. Oh wait, no, I get it. Yeah, it was just that. I think just tells you who to date, how long, and then in the end, it's like it's like the algorithms are competing or something, and then it'll really tell you who to pick. I think that's very crazy, and I would never believe that. I don't think our technology would ever get good to a point, as much as it's nice to think that technologies, as long as they have enough access, like Big Brother all over the world, if they have enough access to like see everything we do, I would say like their predictions on what job you might take in the future or who you end up with would be more likely. But I refuse to live in a world where like technologies claim they can like literally tell your future, because then what's the point? I just feel like there's no point in life if you're told exactly what you're going to be, exactly who you're going to marry. It's like arranged for everybody. That's nuts. Your mom is so dumb that she thought Dunkin' Donuts was a basketball team. To be fair, I'm pretty sure somebody out there can. So you know how on South Park, near like the last episode for the pandemic special, they talked about one of the teams. I think it was a football team or something. I think it was football or basketball. One of the teams was the something Nuggets, right? I thought that was a joke. I didn't know that there was a team called the Nuggets, but apparently there was, or there is, because I saw the other day in real life on TV, like I think it was a basketball game, and then it was something Nuggets. So there is a team called Nuggets, but I thought that was a joke. I didn't think that was serious. I'm 15 minutes away from the Ambassador Bridge, and there definitely will be a shortage on items being trucked into the US, not crypto. Montrose Williams says. Oh, okay. I've never been to the Ambassador Bridge, but is it because of the Canada and the US trucking situation? Because I know I've seen on the news that because it's so bad in Canada with the truckers being pissed off over 3 weeks now at the Canadian government, that there's going to be a lot of issues brought about, and we're going to see those problems arise in the US, and well, mostly it's going to be really rough for Canada. NBA team, Denver Nuggets, LOL. See, I did not know that because I don't do sports. So I always thought that South Park was joking. I was like, oh, LOL, something versus the Nuggets. I'm like, they made that up. Back in my day, we sent crush sodas to our secret crush in high school. 618 says, wow, it's a nice high school you went to. I didn't get any pop when I went to high school. Nobody gave me any soda back when I drank soda. They bought Dogecoin, I think. Richard Lim says, who bought Dogecoin? Denver Nuggets? Did Microsoft partner up with Shib? Doubt it. She would be like dropped 2 zeros by now, or at least 1 0. Yeah, wait, hold on. 15. Have you watched Married at First Sight and 90 Day Fiance? Oh, like those reality TV shows? Nah. I don't think I can. Just hearing the words 90 Day Fiance, I can't. Married at First Sight. The only Married at First Sight I will entertain is Titanic. And they didn't even get married because they couldn't. But that's like love at first sight. But it's not a real story. So, but I will entertain that idea because they were so cute in the movie. I don't believe in getting married in 24 hours after meeting. I think you have to be insane. Unless you experience something like the Titanic, like the first hour within 24 hours of meeting, you already fall madly in love, and then you realize that the guy or the girl is willing to like give their life to you, save you. That's how much they love you. And then you experience like multiple things, just situations that people don't even experience within 1 year, within 24 hours, like how this person will react while they're getting attacked, or gun held to their head, or a situation like the Titanic. Unless you can do all of those things, then yes, I would say I would get married in 24 hours. Otherwise, no way. Um, but I don't plan on watching those shows, Nano Reef. I will say that there's a lot more dating shows recently I've seen on Netflix. I saw there was, I think, is it Love is Blind? It's like an American show, right? I think it's either European or like an American show. I never watched it. I saw the trailer and I was like, wow. And then I saw yesterday it popped up, I guess because they saw that I watched Terrace House, which is just like a Japanese reality TV show. It popped up for a Japanese version of Love is Blind, which I'm assuming is the same thing. Like you talk to people, you don't know who they are, and then you probably see how the person looks like in the end when you want to propose or you want to date them, and then you have to figure out, oh my god, does looks matter more or personality? I think those shows are really nice to like show people um, that there is more to life than looks, but I don't think that's going to stop people from looking at people's looks first and then caring about their personality. I don't think in society that will change really for many, many years, or maybe ever. And that's why apps like Tinder will continue to do well. Otherwise, I mean, if looks didn't matter and we all just talked to each other via like text and then got to know each other, decided to get married, and then didn't care about how everybody looked like, then all those apps, all those Hinge, Bumble, whatever, these apps that clearly mostly run off looks first, they won't survive. They won't survive unless Billy Zane has something to say about it. Ken says. It takes years to figure out a significant other's fault. Imagine just going headfirst into marriage to start with. LOL. Wait, what do you mean it takes years to figure out a significant other's fault? Oh, like something could be really wrong with someone and you don't know until later. Yeah, I would say like that could probably exist in all relationships, not just like romantic, but also friendships and family. You just don't know, like, because sometimes people, you only know so much if you've only experienced so much with these people. You'll know more after, well, I think it's like through time, because normally our lives aren't just like that dramatic, right? It's not like a movie every day and you're doing heists one day and the next day you're like going to a ball. It's not that exciting, I feel like, for regular people. And so it's harder to put people into these crazy situations to see how they'll act. And then sometimes through life, when certain people that you know and you think you know are placed in like a special situation, like a box shows up at their door and they're like, you need to choose somebody to die and you'll be able to make $100 million. You don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what people are going to do if that happened. That's a movie, by the way. Not exactly how I described it, but along those lines. Lucy, do you do sci-fi? Do do you do like, do I like sci-fi? Yes. 1968 Planet of the Apes movie is worth watching. It makes you think. Oh, is it better than like the new one which inspired Bored Ape Yacht Club and aping into stuff? um Cool. I'll see if I can find it on any of the accounts that I use. Never heard anyone else recommend me 1968 Planet of the Apes. Wait, it takes about 6 months for people to let down the guard and start farting and burping in front of each other. Yeah, I think that should be like, you get that out of the way in the beginning. I will say I don't take 6 months to start doing that in any of my serious relationships, including the one I'm in right now. I don't need to wait 6 months to start being human. I don't recommend it, folks. Be yourselves in the very beginning. I mean, unless this is something you just want to like, it's supposed to be like a fling and you want to keep it like super romantic, like inhuman level of romantic, and you're gonna break up anyways, then sure, don't do any of that got your just said. But if it's like something that's supposed to be long term, I feel like you should just do it. Take the number twos. Lucy, it is on YouTube Movies Free. Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. 1968 YouTube movies are free. I'm gonna write that down because I'm gonna forget it. Like, I'm running out of stuff to watch, or I'm willing to watch when I'm watching Scooby-Doo for no reason. 1968. Okay, Planet of the Apes. YouTube. Free. I love it when things are free on YouTube. I can't wait till YouTube has the ability to do like, I don't know, pairing with like music. So I don't get like, I would love it if one day, because they're so rich anyways, I wish Google would just buy out the rights for me to like, I don't know, play any movie I want on screen or play any music I want, do karaoke and not get copyrighted issues, because they'll just send my payments, whatever I owe, any payments to the following parties, like share a piece. I feel like I hope is the future. We're slowly getting there though. Well, right now YouTube is saying that they're into the metaverse and into NFTs, and will probably be able to sell videos for content creators to their fans as NFTs and blah blah blah. But I feel like YouTube also moves very slowly because they have so many accounts and there's so much to cater to, that every new thing that they add kind of like takes forever. Wait, hold on. Sorry, catching it. Got your 100%. Uh, I would have married this sexy girl I saw at Costco today. Two brain cells said. How? So why would you have married this person you saw at Costco? You mean like if you could choose, right? Man, Costco. Meeting someone at Costco and getting married. I have not heard of that yet, but there is hope for you, because I know people who got married off of games, just playing on games. I think library is a classic, but I'm not sure if I remember like anyone in real life. I've heard of people meeting even at hospitals, at the hospital, just like walking past each other and meeting at the hospital. Would you decide after 90 days to get married? Big Daddy 618 says. So let's say like you're saying, if I met someone for only 90 days, would I consider getting married? I think it's a possibility. Who's to say I didn't already get married after like 1 week? I just said 24 hours is not okay. I didn't say 1 week wasn't okay. It takes, but honestly, for me, I think you just know when you know if you're ready for it. And at the end of the day, I think it's not about marriage that makes love last. It's just you, if you want to make it work, and you and the other person are lucky enough that both of you weren't lying when you said you really want to make it work. And your relationship, you two are just lucky that it happens to work out really well, then it's going to last, whether you have a piece of paper or not, in my opinion. And a piece of paper can only hold up love so much. If one of the person or both of them are just, not into it anymore, that piece of paper won't really do much. Back in the 90s, we would go to the mall or movies to meet girls. Aw. Wait, to the movies? How do you meet girls at the movies? Aren't you supposed to get the date first and then you go to the movies? You mean just like find single girls, sit next to them? That's cute. Made me frazzle. She was hot, tall, just hot, man. Really, it was the hot two brain cells. It was the hot. What the girl looked like at Costco, got your says. Which celeb would she most closely look like? Okay, two brain cells. You got to say what celebrity she looks like. So then Gottlieb can get an idea and then maybe go to that exact Costco where you can find the girl. They had like arcades at the movies. Oh, right. There are arcades at certain movie theaters. I have seen that. But not many anymore, I would say, or at least nothing near me. I don't remember really seeing much arcades anymore. I love the Purple People Eater 1988. What's a purple people eater? That sounds scary. Oh, like another upcoming Disney great movie now that they own the rights. Richard Lynn says, Planet of the Apes, very nice movie. A fourth movie in the work. There's a fourth one. I think I watched most of the Planet of the Apes. I'm not sure if I can count how many there were exactly. But yes, Kaloon does take time, I think, to figure it out. Watch All of Us. Richard Lem says, watch All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. Pretty much Siri, highly recommended. Yes, everyone's recommending me that. Love how these students are not just escaping the virus, but actually trying to find a solution. I was told that this movie kind of makes people think about like our pandemic situation for the past 2 years and the government and blah blah blah. Anyways, guys, I just realized it's been an hour. I'm gonna go and watch all my movies, but mostly exercise because I've been sitting on this bed for an hour. Take care. Good luck to y'all on all of this. And wow, Pochi Inu, what is that? All of this is down. Entire portfolio. Ooh, oh my God, Bitcoin. Really? It's like low $42,000 right now. Okay. Dogecoin 14.3. I kind of wish that Dogecoin would just drop like to a new low, but let's hope that it actually happens. If we get a crazy Super Bowl pump and then dump, I hope that Dogecoin can still stay above 10 cents. Drop a lot, but still stay above 10 cents if we do get a crazy dump. And if it can drop to a new all-time low or close to a new all-time low, that's when I will be buying the Dogecoin dip. But wish me luck. Let's hope it doesn't dip lower after I buy it. No problem, guys. Glad you enjoyed it. As per usual, if you haven't already, smash that like button on the way out, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.